factor here if you want to get this victory is that map control, and of course having that favored spawn to favor you. And I'm talking about that Charlie, what we learned so far for this first 2 days of this competition, that Charlie's flag is going to give you an even more advantage to win you these games. But let's come and find out, because Huntsmen, Destra already in the game, and AresAFI is going to kickstart this B flag control in the hands of Huntsmen, and this is going to be a pretty great start for them. Midpoint control all the way through.
Midpoint control is definitely going to be a very important part for them, especially for bricks. So now that you have a hold of bricks, you have a really good sight line going into garage and also into arches as well. So if you have a lockdown, that's going to be important. But blue is definitely also a power point that you can get. But you can see here, Neo going in there for brick control. That's one good thing. But Alpharie goes in there for the kill. So trade after trade, we can see a very early cap going in from the Huntsmen, A and B, up to their name.
Yeah, A and B up to their name, and they're continuing up this continuous defense. And for now, I love the effort play that Destra is putting in the game here. Right now, they're using this A flag capture to distract their enemy. And for number one, able to get past these two defenders for Huntsmen, this is going to be a great distraction. And now you can see here, AresAFI just making sure that he's going to get his ground control, as Ares is going to be sticking to the corner, but Neo drops him down, and Eldos, trying to stay alive, is going to get eliminated. But I think that play right there is more than enough for Destra to create an ingress here at this midpoint. But looking at it this way, it looks like Huntsmen will continue to put in the defense.
Defense very solid from the side of Huntsmen, and now they need to find a way. Warlord needs to find a way to go in there for the contest. Eldos obviously gets one, but then again AresAFI takes him out. They're not getting any position. There is no map control here for Warlord Esports, always losing their gunfights, and Huntsmen look like a very different team today, which is going to be a good thing. But then they are stacking arches out, so I'm not quite sure if that's going to be a big deal for them, but you can see they're finally winning the gunfights. They need to take one more, but then they need brick control time and time again. And obviously for Warlord Esports, they had a little bit of a difficult time because they did spawn into the weaker side of the map.
And yeah, that I can agree on too, as Huntsmen just continues to maintain this midpoint control right from the start here until the late stage of this first half. And Basic needs to get involved more in this gunfight. It's only got 4, and with him dropped to Ares, that makes sure that Huntsmen is going to get reinforcements all the way to the Brokens. And this is just really a nice effort plays for Huntsmen, as AresAFI just making himself involved in that gunfight. 3 in a row already. He's got 13 kills in the game. Only 3 more points for the win here this first half. And this is the start that Huntsmen really, really needs, as they will be ending this first half with a really huge lead.
That is a huge lead, and now we're going to have a little bit of a switcheroo where Warlords finally gets to have the stronger side. And now for Huntsmen, they've been doing really well so far, so I'm not really concerned that they won't be able to get Bravo with the amount of gunfights they won into that first half. And now obviously there's going to be 3 players from Huntsmen trying to go in for Brinks, and then going up against Warlord Esports, but they all lose that gunfight. And see, it doesn't really matter if they did spawn off the weaker side, they still win all of those gunfights. And now for Warlord, trying to find a difficult time here, and now you can see that the Huntsmen really proving that they can do and win this. Oh, but then here we go. It's going to be Warlord trying to stop in the push, but then they don't have any kind of control whatsoever.
Yeah, you can see it here. There's no reinforcements because number 5 in Raven is doing a great job at just making sure he intercepts all the players that will be spawning at the right side of the minimap. And this has been the story so far. Huntsmen controlling the maps, winning the gunfights, and is making sure that they are way step ahead against Warlord Esports Destra. As you can see here, Destra, they are attacking individually, but now we're starting to see live though. 2 players, number 1 and number 3, will be making sure that they will be putting themselves at this bay flag, but the Fred from Ares prevents the player overextending, and that Purifier, no value off of it as he gets taken down really, really fast. And there you go. The defense just continues to be a lot more fortified with that sentry turret pointed at this mid-map.
Sentry gun proving to be a really good defensive strategy right now for the Huntsmen. And now, especially from the Predator missile, that is going to be really big points. And now 106 and 58. The Warlords really need to go and catch up, as 100 points, 50 points rather, are going to be right in between them. And now they need to go in there for the triple cap if they really want to go in there for all of the points, if they want one more win. Because obviously from LF Organization, they won that domination round, and now it looks like they're struggling here in slumps. But obviously it's going to be Huntsmen having this map picked. still winning all of the gunfights, and now number 5 and number 4 going in there very, very aggressively. Loyse and Neo tries to go in there for the triple cap, finally gets one, so that's a really good sign, but for AresAFI, he will be stopped.
Yeah, AresAFI is going to be stopped here as well. And honestly, for Warlord Esports Destra, they're trying to pull up the impossible and see if they would be successful. Remember, they were the ones trailing earlier, and now they're starting to see line. Then they got this Charlotte Alpha control in number 1. Eldos needs to win this gunfight really well. But then again, Alpharie able to get the flag captured, and they will be able to stop that Alpha flag, and they will be now holding that on their own. And here comes a knob, their spawn trap enabled here by Huntsmen. Right now at this point, they are just farming the skills. And Destra, the moment that they started this first half, the moment they play the second half, there's one thing that's in line, and that they really connects. The gunfights is not really on point. The map control is not there as well. There is no solid plays that we can see here for Warlord Esports Destra. Everything is just Huntsmen here at this slums map. And yes, this is their map pick, and this is where they're really comfortable at, as they will be finally taking their first serious victory at the Group Masters, at the Garena Masters season